Now, Danielle is one of the world's leading face yoga experts. She is a wellness trailblazer. And here she is. Hi, Danielle. Hello. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. I was just giving you your little intro, saying how you're the world's expert on face yoga, a wellness trailblazer, and I'm so grateful for you to take the time out and have a chat to me today. I know that you're I've actually just been with you on your class that you did at 5, which has been brilliant to see. So thank you so much for coming on and sharing a bit of face yoga love.
Oh, I'm happy to. It's lovely to be here. I'm just sat on the edge of my bed at the moment. It's the quietest little space in our house. I just find anywhere else I'm disturbed by the kids. So I'm okay.
Well, you're disturbed by the kids. I have a dog that just decides to bark randomly. So for everyone who's tuning in, apologies. Rocket is already, he'll probably make an appearance at some point. But so Danielle, I've actually never done face yoga, but I'm really into yoga and I'm really into skincare, and it's something I've always wanted to find out more about. So how does it work? What are the benefits of face yoga?
So it's a natural way of helping you to look and feel healthier, more youthful, more glowing. So there's 5 main aspects to it. So there's the face exercise. So that's about toning and strengthening the muscles under the skin, and then the skin attached to the muscles are tightened and tautened and firmed. There's the face massage aspect. So that's all about helping to boost the circulation, helping with the collagen elastin, giving the skin a really nice glow. Then there's acupressure. So this is very much the traditional side of it. So very much taken from Eastern medicine. So Indian medicine, Chinese medicine. It's about applying pressure to certain points in the face. Very calming, loads of wellness benefits. Very, very nice for helping the skin to look healthier as well. And then there's a huge aspect on relaxation and also well-being. So learning to release tension from our face, but also how can we live as healthy as possible, and how can we look after our mind, because there's no point just doing exercise for the face if actually we're not taking a little bit of time to work on what's going on inside.
Absolutely, and I feel now more than ever is so important, in terms of what we're all having to go through, what we're faced with, in terms of well-being. But it's funny because I would have never really considered my face as being as such an important part of that. And obviously, when you look at the science behind it as well, you can really see what the benefits are. So what specific research and science sort of backs up, I suppose, the face yoga, like the technique?
So 2 really good studies which I can tell you about. One of them was done in January 2018 by Northwestern University, and they did a study of a group of women, so women between the ages of 45 and 60, and they did face yoga every day, 30 minutes a day for 20 weeks. So they were analysed by dermatologists, doctors, very high-tech skincare machines, and it was actually shown that their skin was 3 years younger as a result of doing face yoga for 20 weeks. So that was great. This is the sort of stuff that I see every day from people that do my face yoga, but that was a really nice, significant study done with university. And another study which I was involved in was on a BBC programme called Twinstitute. So on BBC 2, there were 2 doctors who were twins. And yes, they're twins, and one of them went and did a vampire facial. So it cost him £1,000. He had to go to Harley Street, a one-off treatment. Obviously involved in that, you've got needles, you've got blood, you've got all the rest of it.
And they sort of whip it round and inject it back in, don't they? It's really scary, actually. Sorry, what was the other one?
A little bit scary. And then the other twin, I agree. And then the other twin did my face yoga program. So he used my app. He did 30 minutes every day, and he did that for a month. So he did that over 4 weeks, and they were both analysed by a dermatologist and a very high-tech skin machine. Now, I didn't know the result of who won the Who Looks Younger sort of competition that they were doing until it went live on TV. So nobody told me. I wasn't allowed to know. So I was there. Obviously, I see the benefits of face yoga every day with people that do my program, with my clients. So I'm pretty confident in it. But when you're going up against needles, is pretty nerve-wracking.
Of
So I
course.
was there waiting, 9 o'clock, I think it was a Tuesday evening, sat in bed with my husband thinking, oh my goodness, what is the result going to be?
Yes, glued to the TV.
Yes, I know. And the twin that did the vampire facial, he was actually shown his skin was 1 year older as a
No.
result of doing it. I know. So that was the
Wow.
first result that came out. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, what's it going to be with face yoga? 2 years younger, which is amazing. So the guy that did face yoga, his skin was actually shown to be younger as a result of doing face yoga. So it won the sort of the competition between the two, but also it's just, and again, it's, you know, it's only that it really is a small study, but twins is a great study. Both the twins are doctors themselves and also getting analysed by the most high-tech skin machine you've got. So yeah, two studies that are really worth drawing on.
Yeah, absolutely. That's unbelievably impressive. It's well, that's and well done for winning that, by the way. Yes. So what's the technique? Because you mentioned there 30 minutes a day. So is that the recommend? Is that what you would recommend for someone who wants to kind of fully benefit from a regime? Is 30 minutes sort of like the minimum you would recommend?
Definitely not the minimum. Anything is better than nothing.
That's good.
So, you know, if I said to everybody, you have to go and do 30 minutes every day, it is just a lot, you know. That's fine to build up to, or that's fine if you really want to get results quite quickly, you know, like in those studies, but actually anything's better than nothing. So even if you're picking one technique or two techniques and you're doing those regularly, I mean, it's like with anything, it's like we're going to the gym or doing yoga for the body, you know, you do it once, you feel great, but it's when you keep it up regularly that you start to see results and feel results too. So just do what you can, make it realistic, and soon you'll hopefully feel those amazing self-care benefits, but then you'll definitely also see those visual benefits, those aesthetic benefits, and that's a great motivation to build it up then. And if you can do 30 minutes, amazing.
And so what do most of your clients come to you for in terms of for the face yoga? Do they come for the, I suppose, for the anti sort of wrinkle and the sort of firming side, or do they come more for the sort of wellness side?
Well, it's interesting because I think most people come to face yoga for the sort of anti-aging aesthetic side of things. However, there's always this really positive side effect of the self-care, of the well-being, and even lovely benefits that people feel like jaw tension release, you know, not grinding teeth as much, reducing headaches, helping sinus problems, all of these things that maybe they didn't expect, as well as just generally feeling more positive in their mind, because a lot of what I do is affirmations as well, breathing techniques, and even just by releasing tension in the face and taking 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes a day for yourself has such good results for the mind. So everybody that starts face yoga says that, oh, I feel so much better, as well as obviously looking better. So yeah, it's a really nice thing to see that always comes as a sort of secondary, really positive side effect.
Yeah, and I suppose also it's kind of part of the whole package, isn't it? When you're sort of face, mind, body, soul.
Yeah.
And what are the main? Where do we hold tension in our face? Well, where are the most common places?
So I would say the most common places tend to be jaw area. So we hold so much tension in the jaw. So massage for the jaws, amazing. We also actually hold a lot of tension here and here. Hence why we can tend to get expression lines here through worry or concentration, you know, computer work, phone use, and also expression lines across here. You know, holding a lot of tension in this area and over-expressing with this area causes a lot of lines. So yeah, this area and jaw tends to be the areas we hold most of our stress.
Wow. Okay. So in terms of what the best sort of techniques are, because I know you've got lots of different techniques, what are the sort of I suppose what if you're limited on time, this is a question, you know, and someone's just asked, you know, what 2 or 3 techniques should I do as a, you know, if you don't have much time or you're a working mum, what are those sort of like little sort of hacks that we can do?
So one of the ones which I love, and you can do this when you apply your moisturizer or face oil or serum, whatever you use, just take an extra 30 seconds, take all of your fingers and tap. So you tap
Yeah.
here, you go around the
Ooh.
jaw, you work around the mouth, cheeks, you go under the eyes. This really helps with puffiness under the eyes. You work up in
Yeah.
this area. This helps to relax tension in the forehead, and this is really going to help to reduce those lines, and it just boosts the circulation, and it's going to help to boost the collagen elastin production, so help plump and firm the skin. 30
Wow.
seconds, do it morning and evening, really simple. If you do nothing else, do that
Do
technique.
that. And I suppose, you know, you can feel it, and it's just a very light tap. And that's
Yeah.
all it doesn't need to be sort of a poke or a prod. Because I'm always quite scared about the eye area, because obviously it's so delicate. And that's obviously where, you know, you get lots of laughter lines, and I smile a lot. So smile lines and crow's feet and whatever you want to call it. Character is what I call it as well. But
character lines.
Yeah, character lines, exactly. How can we be sort of careful of this area, but also still sort of, I suppose, get it going and being more rejuvenated?
So you're right in saying this area is very delicate, and the skin there is actually 10 times thinner than the skin on the rest of the face. So we can damage it so easily. So you've got to be so careful with things like rubbing your eyes. When you remove makeup, make sure you're not dragging the skin. And any face yoga you do in this area has to be super light, gentle touch. So if you did a really good one, which I often recommend, which is a lymphatic drainage one, which reduces puffiness and dark circles, you just do this. I'm going to come a bit closer so you can see.
Okay.
Move around there. Now, can you
here.
see how I'm doing that? I'm not dragging the skin at all. And sometimes it feels, you know, am I doing enough? But it is enough. You know, it's actually better, particularly with lymphatic drainage, to not drag the skin. And you can do that for up to 1 minute. And that is so good if you do get a lot of puffiness in that area.
Brilliant. So those are they your kind of top techniques, do you think, for face yoga? If you're limited on time, it's to do the tapping.
So do the tapping, that's great for overall. That's very, very nice. And obviously there are strengthening and toning techniques as well. Again, it depends what area of the face you want to work on. I mean, you can use my book. Every single one of the techniques in my book are just 1 minute. So you can pick out any ones. It's Danielle Collins Face Yoga. You can get that on Amazon. And it's just really nice to be able to open up problem area and work that one area. And if you can build it up to more, then great. Because of course there's ones where you can strengthen the cheeks, you can strengthen this whole area, you can strengthen the muscles around there. But yeah, if you're really short on time, do your tapping. And if you do find you've got a lot of stress and puffiness or dark circles around that area, do that one.
Oh, lovely. And what about kind of, you know, the smile lines? Do we hold a lot of tension here? Because
we do hold tension,
and I suppose the mouth, because we're communicating so often. So should sometimes say, for example, should we be using our mouth more instead of our face, or our face more instead of our mouth? Is there a right or wrong way to be sort of speaking and communicating facially?
Well, I just think don't stop smiling. You know, some people say, oh, you know, I'm going to stop smiling because it, you know, it gives me wrinkles. Don't stop smiling, and don't worry about what your mouth is doing. You know, actually, if you want to smile, smile. You need to talk, you need to eat, you need to drink a cup of tea. Do you know what I mean? So don't be too sort of caught up on that. What you can do, though, is you can start to just release a bit of tension, and you can strengthen and tone the muscles. So a really good toning one is where you just wrap your lips around the teeth. So you're going, like this,
okay.
You've got a bit of massage there, and you've got to strengthen. You can do that for up to 1 minute. Very good for these lines. And then any time where you can rest and relax, just focus on relaxing each of the muscles, let go of a bit of tension, and just think about that then. You know, those stress lines, like those ones I talked about here, you can focus on trying to control day to day, but smile lines, don't worry about it.
Don't do it. You just let
you
them be.
You can do certainly. Certainly you can reduce them from the face yoga, but when you're smiling, smile, enjoy it.
And so when we're sort of doing our maybe our tapping and these kind of exercises, should we be using a specific product underneath, or can you use sort of moisturizer? What do you need, something to kind of, suppose, to sort of, you know, move around?
Yeah, so always have clean hands. Obviously, that's really important. Ideally, I mean, if you're doing it and you've got a bit of makeup on and you want to do a little bit of a technique, that's fine. But ideally, you'd have clean hands, clean face, and then you want to apply your product. So
Yeah.
I always recommend, I've got it here actually, my Fusion by Danielle Collins. So that was made for
Oh,
us by
wow.
an amazing skincare specialist. So you can just go to faceyogaexpert.com for that. And that just works beautifully with face yoga. But you can use what you've got. You know, if you know something really suits your skin, just put a little bit of it on, do your face yoga, enjoy that calming time. It's always good not to apply too much of your product, because you do need, particularly when you're doing the strengthening techniques, you do need to have a little bit of grip. You don't want too much slide, and then you can apply the rest of it afterwards. That works really, really well.
And would you recommend sort of doing it, you know, morning and evening, or maybe just evening? And what kind of environment do you sort of need to be in, or can you do it, I suppose, in a bit of a rush?
Yeah, I mean, do it when you can. There's no specific time. You know, if morning works for you, if you've got lots of time in the morning, or you find that's the best time, go for it. For me, morning doesn't work. You know, my girls are up early, it's busy, particularly when we're normal sort of school run in normal life.
Absolutely.
That doesn't work for me. Evening works so much better for me. I normally do my face yoga sat in front of the TV, you know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, do it then. That works for me. Lots and lots of people that do my program find that they do it in the morning, and that works beautifully for them. Or they just do little bits through the day. You know, loads of people say when they're driving, they do the ones that are hands-free, or, you know, you can just integrate it into your day-to-day life. I'm really about just making it as accessible as possible. You know, we're all so busy, we've got so much on. The last thing you need is someone telling you, right, you've got to find half an hour or an hour extra every day, but slot in what you can when you can.
When you can. And in terms of you know, as you say, sort of doing it on the sofa and that kind of thing, it's just literally capturing those little moments, isn't it?
It so is. You've got to just do what you can. You know, I'm super busy. I've got still working as much as usual during this lockdown, plus got a 3-year-old and 7-year-old here full time, husband who's a firefighter, so he's obviously a key worker. He's busy with everything, so it's busy, and I still manage to find time to do face yoga. And actually the reason I do it and find that time to do it every day is just because it helps me so much with mindset. It's not always just about how you look, you know.
Do you get many men interested in face yoga? Do you sort of practice it on your husband at all? Is he?
Well, I mean, he's very involved in, he works in the face yoga business with me, and he's very sort of involved in it all. He's not great with doing a proper big structured program. He's more about a bit here and a bit there, rather than going, right, I'm going to do my 30 minutes every night, you know, like I do, and use it all the way. He's obsessed by the skin oil, which is amazing. He uses that twice a day, so that's something that's positive.
That's good.
But I think more men are getting involved, actually, which is great. You know, I would still say that more women tend to be doing face yoga than men, but that's changing. You know, everyone is, you know, everyone wants to naturally look the best they can, and I think everyone wants to feel the best they can, particularly at the moment.
And I think also a big part of what your sort of expertise is the natural side of it, isn't it? Because obviously face yoga is natural, but I also know that you have your own products. What would you say is like your hero product, or something that we can't really sort of live without?
In terms of skincare product, do you think?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I love my skincare products. So obviously I love my Fusion by Danielle Collins, best serum, best moisturizer I've ever used. I really like other brands that I really like. I'm really keen on Lizelle. I really like a lot of their I love the cleanse and polish. I use that every day to help remove makeup. Really love that. And I really like their hydrator, their toner as well, so I use that every day. There's another brand I really like for face masks, Dr. Roebuck, so they're really good. When I've been wearing a lot of makeup, I always use the Dermalogica pre-cleanse. So I find that really just helps to remove makeup if I'm doing a lot of filming, you know, when you're wearing sort of TV type makeup. I find that's really good. So yeah, I like skincare, but I also just try and keep it as simple and as natural as possible. You know, I have my routine, but I try not to sort of overload too much. And I think that's the key, you know, try and keep it as natural and simple as you can.
And has your skincare regime or your kind of well-being routine changed at all during lockdown?
Do you know, no, it's not actually. I mean, I've always been really keen on looking after my skin, and I'm not one of those people that are blessed with really good skin, whatever I do. You know, anything I change, then my skin is affected. So, you know, last week, I don't normally eat dairy, but last week I started, I had a few days where I had ice cream and things like that, and instantly I was getting these big like acne spots come up, you know, and my skin reacts instantly to a change in food. And again, it will really be affected by different skincare as well. So if I suddenly use something which has got too many chemicals in, it's too harsh, I find that it flares up, it can get quite red. So I think my lockdown routine has pretty much been the same, and it's the same thing for me. You know, if I do something that doesn't suit my skin, it'll tell me about it. You know, some people can eat what they want, apply what they want, and actually their skin still looks amazing, but I have to work quite hard.
Yeah, I can imagine. And in terms of your self-care routine, obviously face yoga is a huge part of that. Do you what other things do you do in that sort of sphere? Because I think we're all got, you know, many of us have got a bit more time now to actually be doing, you know, my skincare regime has definitely changed during lockdown. You know, I'm doing a few more masks when I'm sat at home, that kind of thing. So I suppose, what other forms of self-care do you do?
So yoga is a big one for me. You know, I do yoga.
Because you're a yoga teacher as well, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a yoga teacher. That's how I started and got into yoga. But I love joining in at other people's classes. You know, I do online classes. There's a great yoga studio. I'm based in Bath, and there's a great yoga studio which, when we're not in lockdown, I usually went to. They're called The Hive, and they do all online classes now. So usually, pretty much, if I can, every day I'll try and join in with one of their yoga classes. And if I can't do that, then I'll do my own practice every day. And if I'm feeling sort of particularly sort of tired or run down or anything, then I'll change that to something a bit gentler, do a bit of meditation. But throughout the day, I just try and take those little pauses, even if they're 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and focus on breathing techniques. You know, of every well-being technique I've ever used or ever taught, I would say that deep breathing, sort of deep, correct abdominal breathing, is one of the best ways to reduce stress. And affirmations, I love using affirmations as well. I love journaling, writing down gratitudes, all of these things. It's sort of part of my day now, really.
And I think it's been, you know, I think routine more than anything is really, really important when we're all at home, isn't it? So it's kind of finding what the new routine is, and you know, as you say, trying to slot those little bits in. We've got a question here. Is your range suitable for, is it rosacea and sensitive skin? Rosacea, yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So with the face yoga, if you've got very sensitive skin or you've got particularly bad rosacea, then you may want to just do some more gentle massage. You may not want to do sort of the very much the deeper ones in case it aggravates it. But all the exercise, all the acupressure and all the gentle massage will be fine. If she's talking about the product here, very, very good for sensitive skin and for rosacea. It's all vegan, it's all organic, and it's all accredited by the Soil Association. It's organic, so they go to source and they check every single one of the ingredients. So yeah, very, very good for sensitive skin and rosacea.
Amazing. God, I'm gonna have to go and start purchasing all your products. Honestly, I'm obsessed with skincare, and I just love it. So it's something that, obviously, because of the work that I do, and you know, same as you, and you're on camera, so it's been the one thing that my mum has always said: make sure you take care of your skin. And I've, you know, cleanse, toned, moisturise, and I don't get it in the sun, and I do a little bit of massage and stuff, but like I'm really desperate to get into face yoga properly. So for example, for me, you know, this is like a big introduction to it, and so maybe for people who are watching, where is the best place for us to go to find, you know, some of your techniques, and you know, do you offer a program, and what are the details?
Yeah, so if you're watching this on Instagram, start off by going to my Instagram, which is @FaceYogaExpert. loads of videos on there, IGTV videos. There's also my little sort of 30-second videos I put up most days. So use that for a bit of inspiration. If you want to learn about one of my programs, so you want to use one of my apps or DVDs or books or one of my courses, I also train people to be face yoga teachers.
Wow.
Just go to faceyogaexpert.com/shop, and all the info is at faceyogaexpert.com. That's probably the easiest way to do it.
Brilliant. And just also, do you use a skin roller ever?
Yes, I like gua shas and I like jade rollers as well. Yeah.
Okay. And so they can they sort of work? Could you do some of the? I suppose they're a bit more massagey, aren't they? But can do you have techniques with them for the yoga, for face yoga?
Absolutely. So again, if you go to my website and you go to faceyogaexpert.com/shop, you'll see those on there. You'll see videos on there. You can also go to my YouTube channel, The Face Yoga Expert, and there's videos on there on how to use your gua sha, how to use your jade roller, and you can just do it after your face yoga each day for a minute or two.
And Katrina's asking, what is the best roller? Does it have to be jade, do you think?
It doesn't have to be jade. You can go for a rose quartz one. Try and go for a good quality one. It's lovely to have those lovely healing crystal benefits if you're getting a really nice one. And also, I've heard all sorts of stories of people getting ones and they've fallen apart, scratched the skin, and done all sorts of things like that. If you're looking for a gua sha, we stock the ones from the Hey You method. I don't know if you've heard of the Hey You method. They're amazing, and they've got really beautiful jade gua shas. So again, faceyogaexpert.com/shop, you can find those.
Fab. And so how are you surviving lockdown? How are you, what's keeping you sane and what's keeping you strong?
I think it's all going pretty well. I must admit, I am quite tired. It's busier. Life is so much busier than it ever was for me. You know, both me and my husband are working as much, in some ways, if not more, than usual. But we're doing that with both girls not being at school. So we're doing the homeschooling at home. Doing all the rest of it. So it's super busy, but the things that I'm doing to keep me sane, obviously my face yoga, my daily yoga and meditation, all of that really, really helps. I'm finally just getting outside in the fresh air. I've started cycling with the family. We go on a bike ride each day, which is lovely. And there's so many like little moments. So it's so easy, I find, to just constantly tell myself I'm busy, I'm overwhelmed, there's so much going on. But actually, if I just try and flip my mindset a little bit and think I'm allowing myself to go out and be in nature more, I'm doing things like cycling more, walking more, I'm spending more time with my children. You know, I'm not missing out on a second of what's going on, you know, like I usually would when they're in school and preschool. So it's so nice just to be with the family more. But taking little moments of the day for myself are just essential. I find even if it's just 10 minutes and I just go somewhere quiet, sit down, breathe deeply, then it transforms everything. You know, I think if you are in a situation similar to me where things are actually busier than normal, not quieter than normal, then actually just taking those little moments, like never underestimate the power of 5 minutes or 10 minutes, just gentle breathing and a bit of time out from everything makes such a difference.
And have you got any sort of top apps or anything that you use or that you really swear by? I know you mentioned that you have your apps yourself. Tell me a little bit about those apps and also the ones that you kind of are really turning to at this moment in time.
Yeah, so my apps, so I've got 2 face yoga apps, a body yoga, a well-being yoga, and a pregnancy yoga app as well. So so they're great to use, and you can just get all of them for a one-off fee, $9.99. So you don't need to pay a subscription or anything like that. You have all the videos for life then. So they're all really lovely to use for face, mind, and body. In terms of sort of what I use for myself, there's a few things I've been doing, actually not apps, but online things. I've been joining in the morning, again, the Hey You method, which I just mentioned, that the founder of that, Katie Brinzel, she does a morning Qigong. So it's amazing. There's all this like shaking and tapping and all of this, which is amazing. And she does that at 8 o'clock every morning on Instagram Live. And I even if I can just join in for 10 minutes of that, I absolutely love it. It changes my energy so much. And I also join in, as I said, the online classes at the Hive. I absolutely love those. So a bit of meditation. They do 30-minute meditation classes or like a whole hour. I really enjoy the vinyasa yoga. So those sort of, I would say those two places, so Katie Grinzel and the Hive, have just been like my go-to online, just to help keep me calm and sane. Do you have any apps that you enjoy using?
Yeah, so well, I've been using Calm a lot, and I use it mainly for sleep because I find it really difficult getting to sleep and also then staying asleep. But actually, something that I've learned, recently that I'm really quite blown away by is EFT. And you may have seen Poppy Delbridge came in on Taylor Talks on Tuesday, and she was talking all about sort of, the benefits of EFT. And I just have been so astounded by how immediate it is, and just in terms of shifting energy. And I think, that's been such a saviour for me. And I also, because I'm a DJ as well, I love to put some music on and have a dance around and just sort of like get it all out. But it's not really sort of like there's no structure to it. It's just me sort of being a bit silly.
Love that, that's amazing. But yeah, EFT's amazing. So I did. There's a really lovely lady who I did 2 training days with, just because I was interested, firstly from a professional point of view. So she trained me before lockdown. She did a full day, came to my house and trained me, and then we did the second day via Skype. And actually, like I said, I was doing it from a professional point of view. But it turned out to be something which helped me so much personally. And really, the 2 days ended up being 2 self-help days, really.
I love it.
I've worked through so much stuff. It was just amazing. And that actually reminds me, because you set me the homework to do it every day. And I've probably gone about a week now without doing my tapping. But I need to get back into it. The results are just immediate, aren't they?
Yeah, but I also feel, don't be too hard on yourself, because literally right now it's such a roller coaster in terms of, you have these new routines and you're really trying hard. Well, I am certainly trying to stick to them, and then actually, you can have a bit of a bad day, or there's lots of work and you're very busy with things. So it's kind of, it's just really being, I think, as reactive as possible, isn't it?
It's so true. And actually, I put something on Instagram a while ago on my stories, and it was it was a picture of me on, I think it was 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was in my yoga kit, I had my green smoothie and everything. I said, I'm doing yoga and green smoothie now, but last night I was in pajamas eating crisps on the sofa watching reality TV. And actually, that's self-care too. This is the thing, it's so easy to always think that we have to be like doing our calming yoga, and we have to be doing this. And even like I just said then, I should be doing my EFT. But actually, if you're tired and you're feeling down or whatever, if you need to stick the TV on, put your pajamas on and hide under your duvet, do that.
Yeah, I'm with you. For me, it's getting in the kitchen and making a curry and then sort of sitting on the sofa and watching a good film. I love it.
That's making me hungry. Think about that.
Sorry. We just got one more question. Have you used a facial flex before? I've never heard of a facial flex. What's that?
Yeah, so there's like a little contraption that exercises your face. I haven't used one myself. I just think there's nothing better than using ring fingers for your face. There's so many tools that you can use out there, but you don't need more than just yourself in a room with your hands. That's all you need. You can exercise every muscle just as effectively.
Brilliant. Danielle, you are an absolute superstar. I've really thoroughly enjoyed chatting to you, and I feel like I'm sort of a complete convert to face yoga. I'm going to go and try all your techniques. And thank you for sharing your experiences and, giving us a few tools. And I hope everyone has enjoyed watching the Taylor Talks this week. So have an amazing evening. What are you up to?
Me? What am I up to?
Yeah.
Thought you were talking to us all, but yes, I am up to, I'm just going to cook some dinner now, get the girls into bed. They've just gone out for their bike ride, and I'm just going to relax. But actually it's Thursday, isn't it? So we do our clap for carers at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. Clap
so
for
we'll be
carers
doing that.
8.
So my 7-year-old last week, she joined in with it, so she's like been waiting for Thursday 8 o'clock that she can stay up late and do clap for carers. So we'll do that
and get the pots and pans out.
Yes, that'd be so nice. Are you doing that tonight?
Yeah, love getting the pots and pans out at 8 o'clock, and it's a bank holiday, so this is really exciting. Yes. I realised that I was like, I should probably take the day off, but
it's like, but it's the same old, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, Danielle,
Oh,
thank you
funny.
so much. I really
Thank
appreciate you
you.
coming on. I'm really grateful that you shared your time and expertise with us today. I know you're really, really busy and you do so much on TV and you have, you know, you've got so much going on. I wish you all the very best in the rest of lockdown, and I can't wait to get out there and come and see you soon,
Oh, I
face to
can't wait to
face.
as well.
Yeah,
Thank you so
take care.
much.
Thank you so
Take care.
much.
Lots of love.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.